Somewhere inside you right now, there is a code that has never existed before. Not once, not in the history of every human being who has ever lived. And when you're gone, no one else will ever carry it again. Think about that for a second. Not your face, not your name. Something much deeper. A pattern written into every cell of your body, 3 billion letters long, and no combination exactly like yours has ever been written before. Here's what makes this strange. You share almost all of it with everyone else on Earth. Scientists who mapped the human genome found that any two people, no matter where they're from, share about 99.9% of their DNA. We are, in that sense, one family, one creation. Built from the same blueprint, but that remaining 0.1%, that's still millions of tiny differences. Enough that your exact pattern has never been repeated, not by your parents, not by your siblings, not even by an identical twin. And that's the part that surprises people most. Identical twins start with nearly the same genetic code. Same parents, same moment of creation, same womb. And yet, as they grow, small differences appear in their DNA that were never there at the start. Two people given the same starting point still end up completely unique, as if uniqueness itself was never optional. As if it was written in from the very beginning on purpose. Now here's a question worth sitting with. Where does all this precision come from? Consider something as ordinary as blood type. There are only a handful of major blood types in the world. Yet within those few categories, doctors have documented blood so rare that fewer than 50 people on the planet are known to carry it. Somewhere, a person is walking around with blood so specific that if they ever needed a transfusion, there might be no donor available anywhere on Earth. Not because evolution slowly sorted them into a rare category over millions of years, but because every single body, every single time, is assembled with its own specific detail right now in this generation, not some distant one. For a long time, people have tried to explain human life as the result of random chance stacked upon random chance, across an unimaginable stretch of time. But look closer at what you actually are. A single cell dividing into exactly the right number of parts, in exactly the right order, to build a working eye, a beating heart, a mind capable of asking where it came from. Every single time, in every single person, the same staggering precision. In the Qur'an, Allah describes this precision directly. We have certainly created man in the best of stature, not evolved by accident, created on purpose, with intention. And the diversity you see around you, different languages, different skin tones, different fingerprints, isn't framed as the leftover noise of survival and chance. It's described as a sign. And of his signs is the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the diversity of your languages and your colors. Indeed, in that are signs for those of knowledge. Even something as small as a fingerprint gets a mention. Does man think we will not assemble his bones? Yes, we are able to reconstruct even his fingertips. Out of everything about the human body Allah could have singled out, fingertips are named specifically. Thousands of years before science discovered that no two fingerprints are ever exactly the same. This changes the question. It's not how did complexity like this randomly assemble itself over millions of years, it's why does every single person without exception receive this level of individual attention? Why does a pattern this precise appear correctly every single time in every single human being conceived? In Islamic belief, the answer isn't chance. It's Qadr, divine decree. Before you were even formed in the womb, your makeup, your risk, your lifespan was already written. Not as a cold prediction, but as an act of care. You were not an accident that happened to survive. You were intended. This also reshapes how we think about family lines ending. Something modern science treats as a quiet tragedy, a surname disappearing, a lineage with no children to carry it forward. But in this worldview, no life ends in randomness. Every person returns to the one who created them. To Allah we belong and to Him we return. A family line ending isn't a loss swallowed by chance. It's simply a life completing the path that was written for it. So the uniqueness inside you right now isn't a fluke of biology. It's not something you have to explain through millions of accidental years. It's a signature, written once for you by design. And this same design connects you to everyone else, not by chance, but by intention. Your parents, your siblings, the family line you come from, all of it was placed together deliberately. Islam places enormous weight on lineage, on knowing your family, on maintaining ties of kinship, Precisely because none of it happened by accident. Every connection you have was placed there for a reason, even the ones you don't yet understand. When scientists study your genome and find something that has never existed before and will never exist again, they're not just describing rare biology, they're describing a pattern that was never left to chance in the first place. You were made this way on purpose.